And we're going to go ahead and kick it off like that, just like that. That's right, folks. We got a little bit of Moody Blues, and I'm just going to kick us off the way that we normally do. Hey, what is happening? Rio Rancho B2B, the network. Yo soy Luisito de la Noche. And it is bright and early in the morning. We're hanging out here at Cafe Bella. That's right. Over on Golf Course Road in beautiful Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Right?
That's right. It is beautiful.
We've got a little bit of Bloody Moose playing. Bloody Moose. That's a coffee. That's a coffee thing, right?
Right.
That's how you talk when you haven't had your morning coffee yet,
right?
And I'm looking. Amber's drinking her morning coffee. Good morning, Amber. How are you? She's got a big smile on her face because she's drinking her morning coffee. And I'm looking over at Michael Gonzalez.
Hello.
A.K.A. Gonzo.
That's me.
He's got a sad look on his face because
No coffee.
he has no coffee.
No coffee.
And I'm looking at Dave.
Who doesn't drink coffee?
But had water.
Dave's not here.
See the
But
smile?
he's got, Dave's
Oh,
here.
Dave's got water.
Dave's here and he's
Yeah.
got water.
Dave's here and he's got water.
He
Okay.
has to come in and buy this gallon of water.
Yeah,
Gallon
last
of
him
water.
all day.
There you go. I like that. Okay, so the Moody Blues, again, important, right? We do not have the rights to the music here to be playing on this video, but we like that background music, so we want to play it anyways. But we're just going to do that however you may, and we're going to get started with the day. So this is episode number 232. Dave, did you know that it was episode number 232?
I did not.
Fascinating news because it's not show number 232. It's not even show number 32.
Not yet.
It's not even show 200. It's not even, well, it's more than show number 2.
Not double digits yet.
But not double digits yet. Hey, I just want to tell you thank you, Gonzo.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for, for being a visionary, for Rio Rancho, for bringing things to the table, doing things that people don't normally do in terms of helping out the business community and opening up your place of business as the home, the hub, not hubba hubba.
The flagship location.
The flagship location, yes, absolutely, the flagship location.
Flagship location of the Rio Rancho Business to Business
Of the
Network.
Rio Rancho Business to Business Network. Now, you guys can see right behind us, we have this lovely, lovely, lovely garage door. And if you've been following the show for a while, you know that we've moved around the space quite a bit.
It's a progressive show.
Yeah, we're really working to find
Sweet spot.
where the sweet spot is, and I think that we may have found it. Not only does it work for us lighting wise, but it works for us space wise. And the only thing that it doesn't work is in the backdrop there.
Well, you need to get Kings of Rap over here to do a nice backdrop for you.
What about the Queens of Rap?
No, Kings of Rap.
That's a different album.
The Kings of Rap.
right.
That's a different album.
That is a
Yeah.
different album. The
Yeah.
Kings of Rap. I like that.
Yep.
Where are we going here? I'm just gonna start a watch party on my page,
We're
on my
booting
personal
up.
page here.
We're booting up.
We're booting up, right? We're getting ready for the day. That is us right there. If you are tuning in, we certainly do appreciate that. Hey, Amber, is it possible for you to give us a little less headroom and maybe give us a little more body here, or do
More
we need
body.
to get a little bit closer? Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Is that how that works?
Yep.
There we go. Yes, now you can see all of our beautiful faces and not so much of that. Isn't that amazing? Technology.
Yeah.
Dave,
it is.
technology. So here we are. This is we're doing something that is 10 years ago was completely unheard of, right? You just didn't have the capabilities to do this unless you were in some sort of a broadcast studio.
Yeah.
Could you do this? And now here we are. We're sitting inside a coffee shop, Dave,
Yeah.
and I got my
sat in this
laptop
coffee shop.
and my tablet, and we've got iPhones as cameras. We have these handy-dandy
Amazing
little
technology.
microphones here, right?
Yeah.
Some headphones. Well, I think we're in business.
Cool.
Yep. So, well,
What are we doing here?
I'm not sure what he's doing down there.
I'm trying to share the watch party.
He's sharing the watch party.
I'm sharing the
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sharing the watch party.
Doing the technical
For
stuff.
all-
He's doing the technical stuff.
Okay,
so
good.
Sorry
so
about that. Yeah.
so we've got multiple things happening here. Amber Ortega, if you could, Amber, could you just come around really quickly? I want everybody to meet Amber. If you are not familiar with Amber, you can come right here, right in the middle, and right there's the camera there. Oh, say hi, Amber.
Hi.
This is Amber. Amber is our
That's Amber.
producer. She makes sure that we are not only on time, that we have all the right proper guests here today, and also she makes sure that we look and sound great, right? And the only reason that she's doing that is because she needs no help in those areas.
She needs no help in those areas.
No help in those areas
no
there.
help.
Not from us anyhow. I mean,
Okay.
she's got that covered on her own. Now, we, on the other hand, we need all the help that we can get, right, Amber?
Careful what
Yeah.
you say, Amber.
So now you guys know who Amber is. If anything foul happens, it's Amber's fault.
Foul, like in poultry, chicken.
No,
No.
yeah, we're not, okay,
Chicken
we're not
farmers.
going back to the chicken farming days, but if we lose connectivity somehow, or if there's, a cobra that lands up in the coffee shop somehow.
Abort.
Yeah, it's all Amber's fault, right?
Talking about chicken farming, today I got this smart news announcement that an 86-year-old woman went out to feed her chickens and got pecked
Saw
to
that.
death by a rooster.
Yep.
Is that
Saw
right?
that. I saw that.
No kidding.
Apparently, it nipped a varicose vein, and it was not a good scene.
No.
Yeah.
Fatality by poultry.
That's no, that doesn't sound
No.
sound like a good day.
Bad way
No
to start
bueno.
the day.
No bueno. No bueno, no bueno, no bueno, right? Well, we don't want to have anything like that happen here. The only thing that we want to have is some good coffee. Can we order out coffee? I mean, do you have delivery service?
To the counter,
To
right
the
over
counter?
there.
we have to like go
They
to
yell
the
your they yell your name out. Hey, Luis, your coffee's ready.
but I haven't even ordered it.
So so we're behind. We need an Amber.
Can I text my order in?
No, we're not text order
Savvy.
compliant
Okay.
yet.
Work on that.
All right.
Compliant yet.
We've got some things to work on here for Gonzo, right? Amber, what do we do?
I mean, really, we're running this all off of iPhones. I think that,
Yeah, we are running this off of iPhones, right? All right, let's do it. You guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right.
Are we live?
All right.
Are we ready?
And now, can you do that one time? All right, go ahead. Yeah, can you clear your throat?
I don't know whether it's steak or...
Cleared and ready. Yeah, there you go.
We're going to let Gonzo make a proper introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen of the World Wide Web, this morning we have the most honorable Commissioner of Sandoval County, Dave Heil. Welcome. Yay. Dave's a very
Thanks,
busy
Michael.
man.
Right.
He does like a whole portfolio of things. And we were able to get him on the show.
And I got to say, very honored to have you on the show today,
Oh, thank
Dave.
you.
And I think that the folks of Rio Rancho and beyond are excited to meet you. So we're going to start it off this way. Can you share something with us that people would not know about you?
Well, one of my favorite pastimes in my more active years was whitewater boating. And I had a team of whitewater rafters that we used to just kill the box with.
Kill the box.
Kill the box.
That sounds rad.
That does.
I
Kill
like
the box.
that.
Hey, what are you
We're
doing today?
real river rats.
Nice.
Hey, River Rat, what are you doing today?
What am I doing today?
Killing the box.
Killing the box. All right, so I'm sure that you still get out and do that every now and again. Where's your
not
favorite?
enough.
Where's your favorite place in New Mexico to raft?
Oh, the box would definitely be the place from Taos to Pilar. Would be absolutely. This year had to be a fantastic year with
Yeah.
the runoff.
Nice.
It's probably still running off.
Probably. Let's
Yeah.
hope, right?
Yeah.
To fill up the butte.
Yeah.
Fill up everything
No, I
along
don't
the
know
way.
about the butte.
Yeah.
I think
Acequia.
state engineer has something against the butte.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Is that what's going on there?
Well, the last I knew, the water was way down. I don't know whether it got any better yet, but
I heard some fair reports about decent water levels at the
Yeah.
Butte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of fun things happening here in our state.
There is.
Well, I'll just call it here in our state. But you are working on things specific to Sandoval County,
absolutely.
and
There are great things happening in Sandoval County.
well, I'd like to learn all about those great things that are happening here in Sandoval County. So I know that you have been hard at work day in and day out to make magic happen out here. So what are some of the things that you're currently working on?
Well, first of all, since we were talking about kind of the natural environment,
Sure.
let's start from there.
Okay.
Sandoval County is the home of Bandelier National Monument, Tent Rocks,
Hmm.
Via Calderas.
Yeah.
Great places to
Yeah.
go and get out to in the community. Jemez Springs, a great place to visit. And, of course, Cuba.
Cuba.
In addition to, of course, Rio Rancho, which is the largest city in the county, the town of Bernalillo, and the village of Corrales, all make up a great variety of environments.
Right. I didn't realize that Corrales was in Sandoval County.
Absolutely.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Shame on me for not knowing that.
Yeah.
Gonzo, you didn't tell me.
No?
I didn't know.
But it's also important to know that the Sandoval County stretches way out.
Yeah, from the Sandoval County line, which borders on Albuquerque, it goes all the way to Cuba on the north, via Calderas on the northeast, so almost to Los Alamos.
Almost all the way up to Los Alamos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of coverage area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge coverage area. That encompasses our friends over in Jemez Pueblo,
Exactly.
Jemez Springs, which is different than Jemez Pueblo.
Right.
Yeah, we have some protected lands.
That's true.
You go up White Rock area.
Mm-hmm.
There's thousands and thousands of acres, and it's all accessible year round because they keep that Highway 4 open and clear. It's
right.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Highly recommended to go up there all 4 seasons.
Is there anybody that does a tour, Sandoval County tour?
Besides Luis Hernandez
Is that-
Junio,
is that-
I don't think so.
You know,
Dave, is that an opportunity? You do it.
I'm not sure about that. I would have to call our Sandoval County tourist group and let them advise me as to
Yeah.
what kind of tours are out there.
Let's get them in here.
Hey, let's
get 'em on the
yeah,
show.
Let's get them down here. Let's get them on the
Yeah.
show. And I think that here's my position. It's we live in a beautiful place, right? And oftentimes it's overlooked because of somebody's brilliant marketing for some other city, state.
Well,
People get busy.
Sandoval County is the fastest growing community in the state.
Awesome. How long has it been like that, Dave?
Probably for the past couple of years, and we are what Future Sandoval calls the bright spot of New Mexico.
The bright spot in New Mexico. I like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because there's no shade? No.
Yeah, that's why.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
part
We
of
have
No,
trees.
no trees, no shade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
you're
trees.
just baking in the hot sun.
Bring your umbrella. No, that's fabulous. It's
Yeah.
it's nice to see different organizations put some focus, do some branding, do some key phrases to push out. The message about Sandoval County and everything that it has to offer. It is unique. We are mostly. Oh, well, I guess it's all West Side, isn't it?
Yep.
It is.
It's all West Side.
Well, no, actually.
There's a little tip of
There's
it.
this little corner
Yeah.
that extends over the mountain.
Yeah.
San Pedro Creek and a couple other communities over there
Yeah. It's up
that
north.
feel that they're forgotten, which
Right.
probably to a certain extent they may be.
And you're absolutely right. There are tons of small communities. Algodones, when you don't hear
No,
about.
that's true.
It used to
Peña
be
Blanca.
thriving. Yeah.
You were
But-
talking about Cochiti,
Uh-huh.
or you were talking about Jemez. So
Right.
you also have Cochiti Lake
Cochiti,
and Cochiti
yep.
Pueblo, which are
Yeah.
two different entities.
How many golf courses do we have in Sandoval
Ooh,
County?
good
There's
question.
a
There you go.
number.
There's a good question,
There's a
right?
lot. There's a lot. There's a
There
fair
are a
amount.
lot.
There's a fair amount.
What? How many? 6?
Maybe more.
Maybe
Yeah.
more.
Maybe more.
There's 6. Now, do you golf, Dave?
I do not.
You do not golf. How about
I
you, Michael?
gave it up a long time ago.
I used to work at a golf club.
Yeah.
At a golf club,
Yeah. Country clubs. That was
Yeah,
my
country
thing.
club, yes.
When I was a young man.
young man.
Yeah.
man.
When I
Okay.
was a young man, I used to walk to the 5th hole at what was then the Rio Rancho Country Club and start the round. Could walk
Nice.
right off my patio to the.
Is that
Very
right?
nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very nice.
That was
Very
in
nice.
75.
I won't tell anybody. That was a
No.
long,
75.
long time
In
ago.
fact, I was the 6,000th resident of Rio Rancho.
Amber wasn't
Awesome.
even born yet.
Awesome. 6,000th resident.
6,000th.
Yeah.
Did you get any sort of award or
Hoopla.
prize?
We
or-
did get our picture in the front of the Rio Rancho Roadrunner, which was the paper for AMREP at the time.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
And I still have it stuck in a drawer somewhere.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to find that, get a picture of it,
Yeah.
and get it posted.
Archive Day.
Yeah, Archive Day.
Archive Day.
So, what else do you have working? I know that you came prepared to talk about all kinds of wonderful.
Well, one of the
things.
things that I want to talk about is, first of all, I want to comment that one of the reasons that Sandoval County is the bright spot in New Mexico is because of the business mindset of both the City Council and the County Commission. We're want to maintain, regulations at a minimum with regard to business. I want to encourage business to grow. The county has got a economic development fund to help businesses expand here. In fact, we started that fund about a year and a half ago, and so far we've helped 4 businesses expand, Geobrug and Algodones, as we were talking about.
Nice. Algodones.
Ideum in Corrales, Ex Novo in Corrales, and Amfab in the town of Bernalillo. And
That's awesome.
The county has provided them some funds on their commitment to provide X number of jobs over a certain period of time. And also part of that analysis is in most of those projects there's an increase in property tax. So what our experience so far is a multiple return on the investment that the county is making in businesses. And we stand ready to do that for other businesses to help, get things started, or expand.
You know what? I think that speaks volumes. About the leadership and the things that you guys are doing collectively to provide that opportunity for entrepreneurs, for business owners. Right? It's tough to do business sometimes.
It is tough to do business. It's interesting. I spent most of my life in business and finally ran for office a couple years ago and found that government takes 5 times longer than anything you would do it from a business standpoint. And from a business standpoint, you'd make a decision and go do it.
Right.
From a government standpoint, you got to tell everybody what you're doing and then go do it. And it takes a long time to tell everybody what you're doing before you can do it. So.
Well, I was going to say there's a process, right? Sometimes it could be up to a year-long process if you don't know how to maneuver, through the bureaucracy.
Right.
Proper channels.
And one of the big things about this, the county and the city funds Sandoval Economic Alliance, along with some other larger businesses like gas company, P&M, some other construction companies. And the whole concept behind Sandoval Economic Alliance is that we're trying to help local businesses grow and introduce other businesses across the country to Sandoval County. And one of the issues that we found is we had a study done last year to determine what are the kind of things that we need to do to make this area more attractive.
Right.
And one of the issues had to be how quickly you could respond to a new business that wanted to move to your community.
Absolutely.
You've got to be able to do it in 6 months. You've got to, from the time that they make a decision for your community to the time that at least your breaking ground has got to be within 6 months.
6 months.
If you can't do it in that time, they're going down the road to see somebody else. And so we did the study, and we, determined that there were certain industries we should be pursuing: life sciences, professional services and support. Manufacturing and technology. So there are 3 categories that this study came up with, and so now that's what we're focusing on as the people from Sandoval Economic Alliance go out throughout the country and make the national conferences or visit with various businesses, that's what they're promoting. They're promoting those kind of industries to come to our community.
So you've identified 3 different market types or areas.
Yes, right. And of course, health sciences also includes, health suppliers of equipment as well as services, etc. In fact, one of the areas that's under consideration right now is there's a 60-acre parcel north of Rust Hospital, and those folks are working hard on bringing businesses to that 60 acres. And so in being able to accomplish that, responding within 6 months, you have to have sites that people can move to.
Ready.
Absolutely.
Pad sites ready to go.
At least, if not the pad site, at least the utilities, etc., to the area,
Right.
That you can then build the pad sites on. And that has been a problem for our community because of the way we were founded. We were founded by AMREP, and they sold off individual lots to people all over the world.
Sure.
And so now to reassemble those lots so that you have large parcels is a challenge. And so this project, which is now called Future Sandoval, is all built around the concept of people working here, living here, and staying here. And what we mean, 30,000 people who live in Sandoval County go work somewhere else every day. And what we're working toward is to get those people to come, to live and work in Sandoval County so that we don't have so many people exiting.
Leaving the area. Well, and
Exactly.
and it's a challenge as well. If you're one of those folks that has to cross the river, it's a daunting task. Last time I checked, nobody is
It
building any more bridges across the river.
No, they aren't. But the Sandoval County and our state legislators are working hard on the expansion of Paseo del Volcan,
Absolutely.
which will help bring more business locations to Sandoval County and provide direct access to I-40
Right.
from southern Sandoval County.
So,
I believe that is going to do amazingly well once that comes to fruition. And I'll just tell you, I've been a proponent of the West Side for quite some time, and when you have a group of folks that are committed to creating balance, in infrastructure, creating opportunity, or just simply matching the number of jobs to the number of rooftops that are on the west side, right? Getting across the river, I'll just call it like it is. It sucks.
Well,
It can.
we really can't afford to build triple-layer bridges. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
And there's not going to be, looks like we're getting a signal. It looks like we can't, continue to perpetuate living back and forth across the
Sure.
river.
Right.
We've got to be able to create more jobs on the west side.
So what Dave means by that is basically if y'all could just come out to Cafe Bella, drink more coffee, that way I can get a job out here.
work remotely.
So I don't have
There
to
you
go
go.
across the dang river to work.
Telecommute.
But it looks like Dave, we're out of time here. But really quickly, I know you've got some other things that you wanted to talk about. Let's have it all out.
Oh, wow. Well, with regard to this Future Sandoval, there are 3 committees. One is a site committee, one is the infrastructure committee, and one is the community engagement committee. I happen to be on the community engagement committee, so this kind of works very nicely with that.
Bonus.
But the site committee is looking at where the sites could be for businesses to be attracted. We have Los Diamantes, which will be coming along soon out
Yep.
West Side Boulevard. We have that 60 acres over by Rust. We have lands in and around City Center. And there's a few other significant parcels that the site committee is working on. How do you bring infrastructure to those? And so the infrastructure committee is working with them to define what kind of infrastructure would be needed to be able to attract businesses to those areas.
Yeah,
And what
exciting.
typically you need is it isn't like a 10-acre site. It's like a 50-acre site or a 60-acre site. In fact, another site that I think about it, is right at the corner of Vidalia and 528. It's like 60 acres sitting right in the southwest corner.
Yep.
That is commercial, owned by a very few number of people, and
Ready to go.
ready to go.
Well, we
That's
will we'll do our part in getting the word out. Now, if folks want to get connected to you, if they want to find out more about the work that you guys are doing, where can they find this information?
Well, let's see. The webpage for Sandoval Economic Alliance is sea-nm.org.
SEA-NM.org.
.org.
Okay, can you populate that?
Sure. I will be your populator.
He's going to be the populator. He's going to play. He's going to get that up on in the comments. As soon as we can. Maybe Dave will be kind enough to leave
There's
that.
also, I see, there's also a website that is Futures Sandoval, futuresandoval.com.
FutureSandoval.com.
Right.
All right. So we'll do that. We'll get those posted there. We'll make sure we get those links posted. If you want to connect with Dave, if you want to find out what's happening in Sandoval County, please, I urge you to reach out, right? Because just like voting is your voice, if you do not get aligned with or conversate with folks like Dave, they will never know what the community truly wants or needs, right? And it could be, from the services that they're bringing out here to the amenities, to the retailers, the restaurants, everything, right? They want to make sure that they're doing right by you in Sandoval County.
One other way to contact me is to go to sandovalcountynm.gov, which is the county website, and all 5 of the commissioners are listed on there, as to a lot of other information about Sandoval County, information how to get the Director of Economic Development, who can walk you through the process of getting support from the county to expand your business.
I like that. Well, we'll certainly make every effort to get everybody connected to those resources right here on this page here. We certainly do appreciate you spending a bit of your morning with us. Now,
My pleasure.
I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have a morning routine? Like
Yes.
a ritual that you do every morning?
I do. I get up and walk my dogs.
You get up and walk.
7:30, walk the dogs.
7:30, walk the dogs. Right. You know what my morning routine is, Dave? It involves coffee.
Oh, mine
We like
involves
that.
oatmeal and almonds. Mine is oatmeal, almonds, and walk the dog.
That's awesome.
Oatmeal, almonds, and walk the dog. So we're gonna do a commercial break. Dave, thank you for joining us here today. We certainly very appreciative of you spending
Yes.
time with us.
We'll have to have him back talk about more initiatives.
Yes.
Would love to.
Yeah.
Actually,
Periodic.
what I like to do is maybe since we're doing this twice monthly, maybe we get to the point where we're doing it a little more often,
Possible.
and we can have Dave as a regular guest to inform us on what is happening here in Sandoval County.
the pulse of
The
Sandoval
pulse.
County.
The pulse of Sandoval.
Yeah, and there's some other people on the team that I think would be interesting. Bridget Condon, who's the marketing person for Sandoval Economic Alliance.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Should be kind of exciting to have
Sounds great. Bring her
tell
on.
this story. So,
Wonderful. Well,
That
Dave,
would
thank
work.
you.
of
Thank
course,
you
don't
very
forget
much.
the mayor.
Oh,
There's a mayor here.
Mayor Greathall. You got it.
We're going to take a quick, short pause for the cause. Maybe we can get some coffee worked out for that. But while we're doing that, I am going to do a shameless plug. We are promoting the brand new Go ABQ Community Market. Now, do not be fooled by the name. It does extend all the way out Bernalillo, Sandoval County, as well as Luna County. And it is a platform to help the small business community market, brand, and promote their business. And at the end of the day, if you are a business owner and you need customers, then you need Go ABQ. These guys are going to help you prepare your business to be found online and then go to work to deliver customers right to your doorsteps for you. Doesn't get any better than that. Hey, folks, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, you guys are with us right here. We're in beautiful Rio Rancho, New Mexico, Cafe Bella, and I'm still waiting for my coffee. You know what I think is going to have to happen is that I'm going to have to excuse myself from the microphone. I'm going to excuse myself from the microphone, and I'm going to have to go behind the counter, and I'm going to make my own coffee, because that's what Chicanos do, right? You take the bull by the horns, and you get up there and you make it happen. Come on over, Red Rover, come on over. Is this your business card right here?
Yes, it is.
All right.
But I have a new address, so I had to write it down so I wouldn't forget my new address.
All right. Look at that. Is there room for cream in there? Hey, you have to make sure that you are asking for what you want. If you don't ask for it, you'll never get it, right? And that is something that holds true in life. If you're an entrepreneur, business owner, you know what? The same thing happens, right? You've got to get out there and you've got to close the sale, right? You got to close. And guess what? You'll never close a sale if you don't ask for it, right? You'll never get that customer if you don't ask for them. You'll never get the response from Gonzo if you don't ask for it. So if you don't ask for coffee, you're never going to get coffee, right? And if you don't ask for coffee with cream, you're never going to get cream in your coffee. Okay, so we're visiting now with our next guest. Engage and Ignite. Your microphones are not on because I turned them off, Gonzo. I did that on purpose, just so you know. I turned them off. And the reason why is because I wanted to make sure that I had alone time with our audience.
That's awesome. It's
Is that okay with you?
A little morning intimate time.
A little alone
It's
time
excellent.
with with our audience, and I feel like we need to.
Are we going to scrunch in?
Are you going to
Are we
get
gonna
very close?
We're gonna scrunch it in just a little bit because I feel like on this one over here, like we're just completely spread out, and maybe we go to this one here, and that's more in center here, in line with what we're doing here.
Studio on the fly woes.
Yeah, studio on the fly
get it.
woes. We're
it's all
constantly moving and shaking things. But ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the show, Miss Liz Daniels. Now, you got all kinds of extra letters here next to your name.
Right, yes.
Earned. She earned this.
Earned. Okay,
Very
here's your
much
microphone
so.
right here.
Okay, thank
She,
you.
Now-
didn't, she didn't buy them like us, Louis.
Liz, in college, did you ever sing karaoke?
Ooh, I have sung karaoke, but not often. But
Not
yes,
often.
in college for sure.
All right.
She's very cautious about what she says.
Very cautious. Okay.
Yes.
Well, there's a technique that those people who like to sing karaoke use, and that's called eating the microphone.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to kindly
So
ask
I
you
need to get
eat
closer.
the microphone.
Gotcha.
There you go.
There we
Okay.
go.
So we did this with Dave. We're going to do it with you, right?
Sure.
Engaging in Ignite counseling. We know based on the card what you do,
Based on the
Yes.
card.
right? But we want to know and we want to hear from you
Sure.
something that people who have never met you would never know or think about you.
Ooh.
Something interesting.
Something interesting about me that people would not normally know or think about by just looking at me. I love to ride motorcycles.
She sure does.
Hey!
We have a little daughter. She's 2.5. So since having her, we have sold our motorcycles, which is super bummer. But that's something that I love to do and got to do with my husband for a really long time.
Yeah.
And a very cool and unique way to see New Mexico, which I love. Right. So unique
Yeah.
landscape and doing that. Just out and about in the world. So I love riding motorcycles.
So now there's a big difference. Were you dirt or street?
Street bike, and I had a Japanese-made crotch rocket. Is what if we and my husband stunt rode motorcycles. So
Is that right?
Yeah.
How
so
about, see, that's interesting, right?
Yeah. See, you would have never guessed. I bet.
We would have never known. And so on a crotch rocket, right,
Right.
those typically don't, accompany a sidecar, do they?
No. I had my own. I did not like to be passenger.
No
so,
passenger.
yes.
Well, I'm thinking about your baby and,
Oh,
and the
yes.
reason behind why you sold your bikes.
Right,
Now I get it.
right,
I
yeah.
understand.
Yes, and
Makes
safety
sense.
factors. Too,
Yeah,
she needs
absolutely.
some parents growing up. So
Is
yeah.
do kids really need that nowadays?
Yeah,
I mean, they got the internet.
Sometimes. Liz is so humble and
They got
so
the,
nice.
they got the internet nowadays, right?
Her and her husband are kind of like icons in the
that right?
motorsport world here.
I don't know about that.
Their pool of friends and associations are amazing. They have this friend named Ernie E-Dub V-Hill. You might have seen him on the big screen. He just doubled for Keanu Reeves in his latest John Wick movie. He's from Albuquerque.
No doubt.
That's their posse that ride bikes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than just casually enjoy ride bikes. Yeah, we love them. They're awesome. They're fun.
You didn't get a sticker from the cereal box and slap it on there like you earned those legit, right?
Earned legit. Yes, yes. Lots of time spent in parking lots for my husband to do his thing, and lots of time spent riding around town and with really cool people in our community who do really cool things. So
Absolutely.
That is so neat.
And her husband races drag cars
Yeah.
regionally.
right.
When you say drag cars, do you mean like cars that dress up like trucks or what?
No.
That was my joke.
No. His claim to fame, or what everybody was in awe about, is that he had a street legal 8-second Mustang.
Is that right?
Yeah. And
Is that
he's
the same one? Is that the same one that was?
We haven't had him in the
Okay.
in physically, but he's been here.
Okay.
Parachute and license plate. He's been here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, we may have to take this show on the road. We've never broadcasted in the backseat of a Mustang.
There you go.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very loud.
Very loud. Hey.
We're both very passionate about what we do. So
That's awesome.
I love, counseling and being with people and doing some of that kind of stuff. And he is very passionate about helping people in their in their worlds with cars, especially.
Yeah.
So that's his world, and for me,
Fun stuff.
it's people stuff. Yeah.
Well, that translates into, a healthy living.
Good balance.
Right.
Right.
Healthy living when you're able to take the things that you're passionate about and turn them into a business, and then spend the majority of your time, helping people in that passion.
Right.
Then you're fulfilled.
Right.
And when you're fulfilled in that area there, then you're fulfilled typically in all other areas of your life.
Agreed. And so part of the letters behind my name, GCDF, stands for Global Career Development Facilitator. So I also have a certification in career counseling.
Really?
And so even just in what you're saying, right? How do you find passion or meaning or fulfillment in the work that you're doing? And, and I think that's something that's really important. And the psychology of work and the meaning that we get from doing what we do, I think is really important as well.
A lot of people don't realize this, but it goes deep. It goes deep.
Liz doesn't mess around.
No, really, it does.
She knows what she's talking about. She's counseled me pro bono through the years over a cup of coffee, telling me to get my act straight.
She doesn't realize this,
awesome.
but she's going to counsel me right now.
Okay.
She's awesome. Too much cream in your coffee. She's gonna say.
Michael's over here drinking his coffee black. You've got some cream.
It's one of those
there.
things. Yeah, diversity.
I like super creamy coffee, and I don't like my coffee piping hot.
Gotcha. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those. So
Thanks.
if there's
Those are the
anything
two
that you know
requirements.
about me, it's that I like my coffee creamy, right?
Yeah.
Like my oatmeal lumpy.
Lumpy and creamy. See, you have balance. You have balance. So, Liz, exciting things going on with you. New office space.
New office space.
New office space in Rio Rancho.
yeah.
Possible expansion. You're changing your business plan. Tell us all about that.
Wait,
Yeah.
before you do that,
Oh,
there's
hold
other
on.
letters
Back and
over
forth.
here
Oh, he wants to go back to
that
the
we didn't
letter.
get to cover yet.
Catch him up.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we got the GCDF,
Right.
and that basically means that she will give you a checkup from the neck up in terms of
Career.
your career,
Right, yes.
Okay. Now the LPCC.
So basically, I have a master's in counseling that I got from UNM. I am everyone's a Lobo. Woof woof woof. So I've got 2 degrees from UNM, and so I have my master's in counseling. And basically, what that entails is it's 3 years essentially of school plus internships. And then we have a mid-level license, or somebody where we're practicing under supervision of somebody who has their independent license, and that's a minimum of 2 years or 2,000 hours. So when we talk about training, and those letters are very earned, they are very earned, and I have to take multiple exams. And so what an LPCC is, a licensed practicing clinical counselor. So that's basically that I've gone through not only my master's program, internship, but I've also had my supervision license as well, or been supervised. And so, I just got louder in my headphones there. And so I've been in independent practice for about a year now, but been practicing counseling for about 6. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm just moving up the road.
Yeah,
so
golf course.
Yeah.
You're a golf courser?
I am a golf courser. Just it's a new address. So on my business card here, I had to write down the new address.
Branding.
So I'm moving from Barbara Loop, where I've been sharing an office with a friend in a really great space over there for the last year, and I'm expanding a little bit. So I'm just up the road from the cafe here at 2103 Golf Course.
Write that down, America. 2103 Golf Course,
It's close to your coach. I
where
think.
you get your checkup from the neck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, like,
Sure.
so, right, counseling, like, what was going on in your life when you decided that this is what you wanted to do? What was happening?
So in career, we often talk about planned happenstance, or just happenstance in life.
Sure.
And so I had just graduated with my undergrad degree, and life was going really good. My mom is an entrepreneur, and something I had always said was, like, I'm never going to work for my mom, right? She owned her business for 20 years, so I'd been around it for forever. And I was like, I'm never going to work for my mom. And I found myself recently married, had my degree. I'm a millennial, right? We just went to college and got a lot of debt and didn't know exactly what, right? That's what everybody says about our generation. But so I was working for my mom, and kind of in this, perfect planned happenstance moment, I was at a party with a friend, and I don't know if we were sharing cocktails or not, but was at a party with a friend, and she was in the counseling program for her master's, and I was kind of doing the, like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, thought about law school, those kinds of things. And she was like, I think you'd be really good at this.
Really?
And I knew I wanted to help people, and what that looked like, I wasn't exactly sure. And so she said, I think you'd be really good at this. And I went and took a class, non-degree, just like took a class. And like the moment that we got into the material, it was just one of those, like, it just fit.
Yeah.
It was like, hand to a glove, like perfect match of like what I wanted to do or what I envisioned. Awesome. And really why counseling specifically, right? Because we have social work, we have psychology, there's lots of, right? You could go be a nurse. But why counseling specifically is the kind of like tenets of counseling is that we believe that, that the human, the person that we're working with, has the tools and knowledge and ideas kind of from a wellness model, right? So what they want and need is generally inside of them, and how do we kind of uncover those things or help them to figure out what those needs are?
Light the fire. Look at Luis getting all.
Oh no, dude! I get excited by these things, right? Because I'm a pro entrepreneur, right? And everything that we do is to support the entrepreneur. But what a lot of people don't realize is there's a lot of psychology behind winning, right? And mindset and getting and setting yourself up for that success, right? Right. A lot of folks don't realize that they need somebody like you in their lives to nudge them a little bit.
Sure.
Love.
I won't call them love, right? But they need to hear from a professional about how to position themselves for success.
Sure.
Right? And I'm sure growing up with your mom as an entrepreneur, you probably laid witness to the many different emotions that she would go through.
Right. Yeah. Well, and so having this like really strong role model, right? So my mom was a single mom, and so if her business wasn't working, if it didn't work, like we didn't have food on the table, right? Or just those things that, like that we know about, business, like I didn't know as a kid growing up, right? Like my mom would, get us ready for school, do the things. She would be home after school, which was really cool. Well, what I didn't know is my mom would wake up at 4:00 in the morning and work, and then get us ready for school, and then go do the things. And, and then, she would be there after school and do, sports or whatever we were interested at the time. And then after we would go to bed, she would work more, right? So I think part of being an entrepreneur and part of the like really scary stuff is like I know all of those things, and I was a career counselor at UNM. That is true.
That's my wife.
Oh, is
chiming
it?
in.
Yeah.
Chiming in. She has fan base.
Yes. So I was a career counselor, so that's part of my background. So there was a question that was posed on a phone, so I'm like back and forth. Yeah. So with my mom and opening my own business, opening my own practice, so that I was a career counselor at UNM, and in that I decided to open my own practice, and I've been doing that for about a year now, and it's been great, and I love it, and I think jumping into helping people in this way and bearing witness to people's wellness and what they need has been great. So
you told a story that that not a lot of people get to experience, and that is one of your mother being an entrepreneur and never realizing while you were in the moment, but only learning about it after the fact.
Sure.
Was that she hustled.
Right.
She hustled in ways that
Sacrifice,
and made sacrifice. Amber and I were talking about this because both Amber and I
just before the show,
we were those 4 a.m. risers that wake up at that time to get shit done.
Right.
Right. We get up and Gonzo's like, dude, what are you doing, man? I'm like, I'm pooping. He's like, no, you're not, right? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You're up. You're
I sent him a
mad
screenshot
but
of 27 notices from the same guy. Who do you think that might be? That's the first time I've been able to do that to somebody else. Now I know what it feels like.
Right.
Is my phone malfunctioning? What's going on here?
But it's a reality. It's a reality that happens, and I think that it's one of those things of a person who's committed, right? Committed to. Not only the work that they do, but also committed to their family.
Right.
Committed in such a way that they're willing to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get a little bit of work done before they need to get.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Congrats for having a kick butt
Thank
mom.
you.
Right?
Yeah.
We always run out of time. We need to have Liz back after she gets settled in her new space.
Sure.
So here's what we're gonna do. So my wife, was a student at UNM, and I believe that you may have counseled her.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well.
Her name is Rachel Hernandez.
Sure.
Yeah. And she's beautiful. Because she's my wife.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
And I'm committed. And that's why I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
But I don't meal prep for her, and she hates that about me.
Current event.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah. She was like, oh my God, once I heard her talking, I knew it was her. I knew it was her. So here's the deal, right? I would like to engage with you a little bit further.
Sure.
Not because
that's the name of my business, right?
Not because that's the name of your business. But, I just have this fascination with really learning about the psychology of entrepreneurship.
Sure.
And I would like to visit with you about that.
Sure.
We just launched Go ABQ,
Cool.
my wife and I. And it's a marketing platform for small businesses and entrepreneurs, right?
Right.
Who feel like they can't enter into the world of marketing and advertising their business.
Right.
Right. They have those mental roadblocks there, right? So we've reduced the barrier to entry for them, and we basically are doing all the work to prove to them that they can do this, right? But in that, it's an opportunity to work with folks who aren't your everyday entrepreneurs, right?
Right.
Who don't show up to come and interview on a show. Right?
Right. We're getting the signal that it's time.
I know.
So you guys can all tell that I'm a counselor, right? I'm seeing this over here that's happening, and she's like, wrap it up. But
You didn't notice I did this.
right. You were trying to distract me.
It's
not
Yes.
way.
It's not going to work. Amber's over there by the plug. She'll
Right.
just unplug it.
Long story short, I would love to engage with you to
Yes.
learn more about that.
Great.
And see if there's an opportunity for me to send these people to see you.
That would be amazing.
Right.
Posted her up on the thing.
We'll post it. Yes, we'll post
Posted
it.
your business
Now,
up.
Right.
We're good.
I'm going to keep this.
Okay.
She needs that back. It
Where
has the
is
address
it?
of her new business.
Right.
On the back. Just kidding. Liz,
do
it was
that.
fabulous having you
Thank
on the
you.
show. I'm so sorry we're out of time in
Yeah.
this segment, but we
are.
should get together, do more things periodic.
Great.
Liz, give us some great insight on life in general, and then we speak and get the word out about how people can get a hold of her.
Awesome. Well, I'd love to be here anytime you'll have me.
We'll have you all the time. What are you
Great.
talking about?
Exactly.
Right, just like Dave.
4 chairs.
4 chairs.
Great.
Well, no, you know what? That would be really, really cool, right?
Panel.
To get your perspective on,
Sure.
on things and
Sure.
and for you to just sit back and be like, hey, man, like, hey, here's why you're doing that because, you know, when you were 2 years old. No, just kidding. I'm always interested in that, but
Great.
what I'm more interested
Sure.
in is how can we share your information? How can folks find you and get a hold of
Right.
you
So-
and make contact?
So best way to get a hold of me is if anybody's looking for services, and I'm a resource in the community. So if it's not me, if I, for some reason don't have space, I will always try and find a resource. But best number to reach me is probably by phone. So 903-4413-505, of course. I'm in Albuquerque or Rio Rancho. And then the other couple of ways is Engage and Ignite Counseling, which is on Facebook. I do have a Psychology Today profile, but in thinking about marketing and all the things, like I need a website. So if you guys can help me with that,
We know people.
I'll tap you in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
We know people.
And so that's probably the best way. And email is also always good. So LizDanielsLPCC@gmail.com.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you, Liz.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much
Liz,
for
thank
having
you
me.
so much for
Yeah.
being here. And my wife, I'm sure she'll want to reach out to you. So I'm going to
Yeah.
hang on to this.
Perfect. Yeah, please do. Yes.
She'll reconnect with
Awesome.
you. And we already see Coach Isaac Velarde
Okay.
right up the street. He has
Great.
King of Kings Superior Nutrition. And
Okay,
so
cool.
maybe we'll just have to make it another stop to see you down the road.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
All right. So we're going to move on right to Gonzo, Michael Gonzalez.
Here we go.
He is a
Get
proud
your
owner of
Get
Cap-
your pets ready.
Cafe Bella. Cafe Bella
Thank
Coffee.
you. Thank you.
They are open for business. At
Yeah.
least they think they are.
Yeah, we're open
Right.
for business. We're getting our buddy Dave Langza in here, and when we booked this show, when we got ready, Luis.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I failed to tell you that our next guest is a complete marketing fireball. So I hope you had a lot of coffee to keep up with him
Complete
because
marketing fireball.
he is awesome.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you do. You got to do the right introduction, right? You got to be like, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, boys and girls, abuelas y abuelitos.
Niños. Oh, you got to forget the kids, man.
Come
What's
on, man.
going
Take it
on?
away.
What's
Take it
going on?
away.
What's going on? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's our honor. That's Luis Hernandez Jr. and Michael Gonzalez here at Cafe Bella this morning to present the proud owner and proprietor of Your Pet Magazine, the one, the only, the fabulous Dave Langza.
Ooh, all right.
Wait, how do we pronounce your last name?
Lanza.
Lanza.
Yeah, I mutilated it.
Okay, because I just okay.
Yeah,
so let's get this a little bit closer to you there.
right.
We'll make sure that we can hear you loud and clear. Okay, he butchered your name, completely butchered it.
happens.
And I might have done that too, but
He's so kind. He's never told me. I've told
hola, yo soy Pepe Rodríguez María Sarratón Hernández Jorge Jr.
Wow.
the third de la O. ¿Y
Wow.
sabes qué?
That's good.
I'm from over there.
Usually he throws a Guadalupe in there. That's from his family in Mora.
And
My-
now give us your full name.
Mine's simple. David Lanza,
Okay.
owner operator of Your Pet Magazine.
Ándale.
So we've been out about a year and a half, just going at it. We're a local publication right here, and what we do is our mission. One of our missions is giving back to the local pet rescue community.
I love it.
Yep. And we do that, at each issue we do that by donating back to local rescues. A monetary donation is what we do.
Okay.
And we do that on the KRQ morning show.
Ah.
So everybody that wakes up early between 7, 8, towards the end of the month, usually, around a Thursday, turn in the KRQ morning show and you can see what we do. And it's beneficial for our advertisers and it's beneficial for the rescues that we donate to.
I love it. I love it. So a magazine now. The end user of this is of course pet owners, correct?
The pet community.
Pet community.
Pet community. It's
All right, pet community.
Yep. New Mexico has a wonderful pet community, all the way from up north, all the way to down south, east, west, here in Albuquerque, here in Rio Rancho as well. We do a lot here in Rio Rancho, and I want to give a few shout outs to some local Rio Rancho businesses.
Absolutely.
Pet Food Gone Wild up on Southern Boulevard.
Yeah, we had her on the show.
Shop
Yeah,
local.
Susanna.
There are advertisers. There are supporters. They offer quality food, so go there. Another business is Zia Pet Hospital up on Unser.
Yeah.
And their veterinarian clinic, so they do a lot in that aspects. And Dog Days Doggy Daycare.
Doggy daycare.
Yeah, just you got to go to work. Drop your kids off, your 4-legged kids, bring them to Doggy Days Doggy Daycare. Over there on
Absolutely.
Southern.
So this is very interesting, right? I've always known that the pet industry is super huge because there's something that happens, right? We're gonna have to bring Liz back. She's gonna explain the psychology behind it.
Right.
There's something magical that happens when you become a pet owner.
Yes.
You do things for pets that you normally wouldn't do, sometimes for yourself.
That's very true. I see it on a daily basis. Pets, dogs, cats, everywhere in between, they become our children. more or less.
Absolutely.
And they live in the household. They're our family members. And you're right. In the world today, in the pet industry world, on the worldwide level, it's a big industry, and it's grown. It's evolving. It's growing, and people, with the products and everything else that comes along with it.
Yeah.
People give it to their pets, and they love it.
They do. I mean, I can't tell you, right? You go to a pet food store, and they have more varieties of food in the food pet store than we do at the Albertsons down the street.
And it's very high quality,
quality,
all natural ingredients. In fact, one of our advertisers on a national level, I'll give a shout out, Avoderm, Pinnacle Breeder's Choice. They supply. They have a new product that they put avocado in it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, avocado's good for me. Avocado's good for you.
That's a good healthy fat.
Makes the skin soft.
Skin soft. So for your pet, I don't know too much about it, but try it out. It's beneficial for the skin. It's beneficial for the shiny coat,
Right.
and healthy inside too.
Coat shine.
I love that. Let's talk about the periodical. And I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm just going to do this here real quick because that's just how I'm going to roll. Look at that right there. Where am I at?
Oh, higher.
Oh, well, yeah.
Go higher. There you go.
Okay, where are we at? Anyhow,
There we go.
Yeah.
okay. Anyway, it's a magazine now. How often does this magazine come out?
We are monthly.
Monthly,
We
okay.
publish every month. And what we do is we offer free subscriptions.
Okay.
So if you go to our website, yourpetnm.com, click subscribe. It takes
Download.
like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Name,
Electronic.
address, hit send, and then
Save a
within
tree.
Yeah, exactly. And within the next month, you're gonna get a magazine in your mail. So it's free. If that don't work, we're available at Smith's, Albertsons. Here in Rio Rancho, I can name a few. It's Smith's, Albertsons, Turtle Mountain. When you're having a beer at Turtle Mountain, grab a magazine. Up the street here at the Premier Cinema, everywhere in between. A lot of restaurants, Range Cafe, La Montanista Co-op, Whole Foods, Natural Grocers. I mean, we're
All
out
over
there.
the place.
You got
Yeah.
a pretty good distribution. What
Yeah,
is
that's key to successful what we do. That's
And
good.
Luis, it's interesting because, on my personal Facebook social media feed,
Yeah.
I see you out there in the world doing your thing. You know who the number 2 is doing on-site activities and promotions?
Who's that?
This guy right here.
Is that right?
He is, like, just in this past month,
Yeah.
or no, we started a new month, but last month,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, does he ever go home?
Yeah.
Everywhere. Why don't you rattle off some of the events that you attended or some of the grand opening? I mean, you're everywhere.
yeah,
You've gone
well,
to my events. You've gone to.
Yeah,
I
we've done the Puppuccino event here that Michael has.
You did the cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Miami
recently
and the
been hanging out with the auto people world, so that's
Yeah.
been fun because
Cars and dogs.
It's a new market for us, dogs and cars, and
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's so we do a lot of events, and then we do a lot of on-site events too. We have mascots now. If you go to our Facebook, we have a YouTube channel now. Go there and see some of the videos, promo videos we do. We have mascots: Bucky the Bear,
Bucky
and
the
Jax
Bear.
the Wolf.
Jax the Wolf.
Yeah.
He's done all these.
They
Look at
they
this.
follow
I love
us.
Frosty Muzzles Dog Ice Cream Social,
and Boofy's,
Simply
yeah.
Wild. Petables, Puppy Pound, Dog Show, Kitty Karaoke.
Yeah.
I think he does so many, it's hard for him to rattle them off. But I mean, if you go to his Facebook page and look at past events, you better grab a cup of coffee because look,
Yeah.
I mean, he is everywhere all the time.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
you know,
do a
that's
lot.
Killing it.
That's one of the
Killing
ways. You know, if you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, one of the best ways for you to get out there and market your business is by showing up to things.
Must be
I love the
present
by
to
being
win.
there, being present, and
Yeah.
and getting out and meeting people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pet
One of the best
community
ways.
does a lot of events. They host a lot of events. A lot of the rescues, they're putting on events, and we're there 100% to back them up.
Yeah.
That's one of our things we do. So yeah, follow us on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, Your Pet Magazine.
Yeah.
Like us.
Instagram,
And
yeah.
go to Instagram, Your Pet Magazine. Just type in hashtag Your Pet Magazine. We'll come up. Like us on everything, and you'll see what we do. You have an event, let us know. You know, pet-friendly event, and that's one thing we're pushing.
Gotcha.
Here in New Mexico, we want to make New Mexico #1 for a good reason. Pet-friendly.
I like that.
Pet-friendly. That's our mission. That's our overall goal.
Pets are the glue.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, you have your work life, you have your personal life, and you know sometimes it doesn't. But you go to the water tower at the office, and someone says something about something that happened to their pet. All of a sudden, everybody can empathize and understand and share a story. It's completely. And then the boss comes around the corner and says, "Hey, you guys working today?" And
No.
everybody skirmishes off back to their
you know,
kitty poster.
I'm going to say
cubicles.
this. Right? I'm not very happy with my pup right now, and not a pup, right? It's
all right.
it's a Chipoodle, right? A little bit older in age, but has decided to stop going to the potty outside and has started going potty anywhere he can on the inside.
Acting out.
Acting out, yeah. And so, it's not a good time for us right now in our household, and yeah.
Training. You gotta work on a training method.
So I was noticing, right? So on the magazine here, you got training tidbits. Is that
Yes.
part of every issue?
Yes.
Okay.
One thing we do inside the magazine is we push and publish educational and informative articles from local writers and some national writers as well. So each section, training tidbits, you want to learn about training methods, certain things like that. We do that there in the magazine. And open it up and you can read all about it.
Oh, somebody backed into Gonzo's truck outside.
Oh, man.
Not happy days. Oh, no. Hey, so Gonzo's going to step out for us. We're going to talk about the magazine here. So,
Yeah, open it
no, I've been thumbing through it and looking at it and all that good stuff. So, your coverage area is Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Santa Fe. You've got a lot of different articles in here about not only pet care. The grooming gossip. Imagine that, grooming gossip, training tidbits, rescue spotlight, and adopt. Support your local rescues. And so there's a lot of good content and information in here. Now, if somebody wants to advertise, how would they go about doing that?
Contact me and we'll talk. We'll sit down and talk. We have great programs, and these programs are very specific to what you're trying to reach as an advertiser. So, if you want to get on the KRQ Morning Show, give me a call. We can do that, and we make it beneficial to the community because we donate back to the community. I've had some businesses match what we put down.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. They say, hey, what are you putting down? I tell them the amount, and they say, we'll match it. And that all goes to a local rescue, which, feeds that organization and helps these dogs and cats. And one thing I do want to show on this current issue, the August, is our independent pet food retailers article. So what this entails is basically, let me find it here. It's a very formative current article about DCM. It's a perspective on the FDA report on DCM. And I don't know how to say it really good. It's dilated cardiomyopathy. Educational. What's going on out there about the food products we're feeding our dogs.
Gotcha.
Cats. But what it is we had a lot of local retailers, pet food retailers here in the community come together to push this article.
To push the article, right? And it's important information because a lot of folks, just like the food that is out there for us humans to consume. There's a lot of things that are put into foods that are not natural, that are not good for our bodies, right? And just think about, I'll just say right off the top of my head, sodium, right? Sodium, is bad for our bodies, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? Anytime that you package anything, anytime that you process food, it is going to have lots of sodium in it, right?
It does.
And guess what? Guess what we eat every day? Packaged food,
That's
right?
true. Yeah. We
If it's not
where
fresh,
it comes from.
yeah, we don't know where it exactly, right? And so I know that there are a lot of local pet food companies that really are concerned by that, and they want to make sure that that you are providing your pets with the most nutritional value
Yes.
you possibly can get out of dog food, right?
Yes, and there's a lot of products out there. If you have questions, I suggest you go to your local pet
Yeah.
food retailer here in Rio Rancho, here in Albuquerque, wherever, and ask them. They're very informative. They know the products they sell.
Right.
And with this article, we got behind them and we pushed it because they're very passionate about what they do, the pet food retailers here, and we're behind them 100%.
I love it. I love it. So, how can folks? I know that you've got Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Do you have a MySpace account?
MySpace? No, we don't.
You don't have a MySpace account? Come on, man.
Maybe I should look into that.
That's what we call is a good old school, right? But you've been a marketer
That's
for long
that's
enough.
how it all started, right?
It all started with MySpace way back in the day, and there was, everybody had their
dial-up modem.
Yep,
MySpace.
all that good stuff, right? But no, always good times. Hey, listen, I certainly do appreciate you dropping by to come and tell us about this distribution. Really quickly, how many do you have out in circulation typically every month?
We print a lot. We print thousands upon thousands, and we distribute them to our independent stops, to our grocery store stops, and our mailing that we do. So we're all over. I have, as an advertiser coming on board, ask that question, I can tell you exactly where we're at and how many we move. And we're at a lot of our advertisers as well.
I love it. There you go. So if you are, and you don't even have to be in the pet industry, you just have to have a passion for pets.
Yeah, if you have an office dog, your office dog at your office,
Yeah.
let's get them in the magazine. We'll promote your business. We'll promote your number one dog, and we also do a cover contest.
Do you?
Yeah, all these are winners, past winners on our magazines, and they jumped on board with the cover contest, and they won. So we do a professional photo shoot with them and get them on the cover. So we do a lot of hands-on things with our community too.
I like that. So maybe I can, or maybe I should aspire to get my pup, not me personally,
Take a nice photo. Yeah.
get my pup on the cover. Yeah.
Take a photo,
Yeah.
send
Photo
it into
contest.
us.
My dog is ugly. My dog looks. You know what my dog looks like? My dog looks like a gremlin,
Salt of the earth dog.
Maybe we can get him for the
a
Halloween
wet
issue.
gremlin.
And you're wondering why he's acting out. He can hear you right now. He's at home on his
They
laptop.
can read your mind. You're
They
thinking,
can.
hey,
No.
gremlin. He's gonna
No. You know what? That dog gets the most love from everybody in the family. You know how it is. You know, and you just get. It's like
It's rough.
You know how many rugs I've had to replace now?
Just a
We
couple.
just finally decided we're
I
not going
said-
to get any more rugs.
So, Luis, I had to step out for a minute because someone literally ran into my vehicle, but everything's cool, okay? So, just a real tidbit on David here. So, he's been involved with multiple local magazine publications, probably coming up close to what? How many years? 15?
Since 2008.
Since 2008.
2008,
So,
yep.
a lot of magazines that you see in newsstands,
Yeah, yeah,
local, small publications.
Yeah.
Some of them evolved
Yeah,
and went
I'll
regional.
give-
He's been
yeah.
involved with a lot of them. This is not his first rodeo, but
Yeah.
his passion is the pets.
Yeah, this is the one
Yeah.
I'm actually own and operate.
Yeah.
Just to give another shout out for all the local publications, Your Home Magazine, Team Sports Magazine, New Mexico Motorsports, and Your Pet. And then what got me started in the publication world is the Auto Magazine here locally. It's now called NM Auto Press.
Okay.
Weekly Auto
Yeah.
Magazine. So those are all publications I'm hands on with right there.
Very nice.
So yeah, it's
I dig it.
He's a publication guy.
That and I got to tell you guys, right? So if you guys are out there and you guys are a small business and you're watching, right? We have this thing called capacity, right? And we all have a certain amount of capacity to do a certain amount of things, right? And when there are things that are out of our reach, we need to reach out to the professionals, right? And that's exactly what you are.
Yep.
You're a professional when it comes to whoop.
Catching magazines that are
Catching
being thrown at
magazines,
you
right.
live web.
To the print publications, specifically within the pet arena, but your experience has it. You've done this multiple iterations of things in life.
Yep.
And so, if you're out there and you want to advertise and you want to get
involved,
get the light shined on your business,
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
Let me know. And you know, with publications, they've changed throughout the years, but we create a product that, you know, once that product's created, we market it and we push it, and that's the key to a successful
Get it out there.
product.
Make it accessible.
It's more than a publication; it's a product. It's your product. Just get it out there.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to just kind of hit you right here with this. I'm going to put this right there just like that. Do you sing karaoke?
No,
You want to give it a shot?
no way.
Okay.
Your ratings will go down.
Do we have? Wait a minute. Did we get a rating? Do we have a rating?
If you have ratings, they'll go down.
All right.
Okay.
Producer is rolling her eyes.
I know she is,
That
right?
comes after she does this.
We're
and
not-
does this multiple times. Now she's rolling her eyes.
We're not going to make you sing karaoke, but what I would like for you to do is I'd like for you to give your best advice in terms of marketing, promoting, branding for small businesses. What would you suggest to the small business owner, operator, the entrepreneur, person out there in terms of what's the best way for them to just promote their business?
If you got a business, any idea, any great idea, make it happen. Find a niche. Find that little, niche, and run with it. Push it, grab it, hold it, make it yours, and just be. You got to have a passion about it. So find your whatever it is. It can be any service, any product, anything like that. Grab it, make it yours. Find that niche and run with it.
There you
Excellent.
go.
Yeah.
What a great show.
What a great,
David, thank you for
today
coming
has
up.
been fun. Gonzo, I'll just tell you, it's been fun. It's been fun.
You got coffee.
Do we have a little bit of time for Amber, the producer, to step in here?
We do not. We are so trouble with Amber right
Are
now.
we?
Yeah, based
Yeah.
on the time.
She's like,
And drink lots of coffee.
There you go.
we are way beyond our time, but
Yep.
that's okay.
Yep.
I think America needs to get to talk to Amber for just a little bit because she has some new updates for us. She's
Amber
going to
minute.
tell us. Yeah. We've got Amber. Just a little accolades for her, right? She was the expert in the Latina marketing world. She was a Latina blogger. You can pull that down a little bit.
I know, it's like crazy.
There you go.
I'm little.
There. Here's a little. Okay, everybody say hi to little Amber. Oh, mira, little Amber. But what's happening in the real estate world, Amber?
It's still crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm running ragged. Houses are selling so quickly that if I have buyers that are looking, especially up in this area, the Rio Rancho, West Side, houses are selling within a day or two.
Within a day or two.
So I have buyers that I'm having to jump the second that something comes on the market because otherwise it's gone.
It happens that
So
fast.
Tomorrow I have final walkthroughs, 2 closings, inspections, listing presentations, all in one day.
All in one day.
I know, it's fun. Living the life.
Fantastico.
8 to 8 tomorrow.
8 to 8. Well, and we were talking about that today, right? We were talking about that, having that commitment towards your goals, right? And
Right.
This is what Amber said. I am committed. This is why I am burning the candle on both ends. This is why I get up at 4 o'clock and I'm going to stay working until 8 o'clock tonight. And I'm going to make sure that I get my calls in today because I'm committed.
Because I've made that commitment that I'm
Right.
going to do my calls.
Right.
I took a call yesterday and somebody said, well, I'm already working with a realtor. And I said, okay. I said, that's great. And I said, how are you guys doing looking, why have you been looking at houses for months then?
Yeah.
And he said, well, because she's always too busy to take me out to look at houses. And by the time I get to, it's already been pending. I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. Maybe you should get somebody that's a little bit more committed to actually helping you. Because, it takes a commitment and not everybody has it.
Not everybody has it. You're absolutely
So,
right.
That's what I do.
That's where it's at, right? So
Yeah.
if there was a takeaway for today, right? If there was a takeaway, you learned it from Dave, right? Dave is committed to the growth in the future of Sandoval County. Liz is committed to giving you a checkup from the neck up, right? She's also committed to her baby. She's so committed that she gave up her motorcycles for her baby, right? Michael Gonzalez is committed to coffee.
Yeah.
Luis Hernandez is committed to a little bit of coffee with his cream.
Like that.
Yeah.
Amber's committed to panqueques. No panqueques?
No.
All right, David, what are you committed to?
Life.
Life.
Yeah.
Life.
Okay, give us a,
Everything-
you got to bring it in for us.
Well,
Like you said, a niche. What is your?
Well, for me, I got 4 kids. you
Wow.
know, and age 21 all the way to twins that are 4. You know, and that's life.
Yeah.
I live it every day. I wake up, and you never know what you're gonna get every day.
Right.
But whatever comes your way, grab it and make it yours.
Make it yours.
Whether it's something, you have a bad day. Well, you know what? There's always tomorrow. Try again
Always tomorrow.
And that's the thing. Sometimes it doesn't go the way we plan. But you know what? Get up, try again tomorrow.
I love it.
Get up, try again. You fall down, get up. Like Rocky.
Yeah.
You get hit, keep coming.
Keep it coming. There you go.
Keep
So
coming,
there you go. Your word for the day is committed. And let me see if I have anything that I guess it's probably a little late, but hey,
It is. We need to wrap this up.
I know we need to wrap it up. But here's the principle of the day. Collusion is required inside of leadership. The hardest part about leading is having patience with people to grow and having the capacity as a leader to add the what the F factor while leading. What does that mean? Is that sometimes you're going to have to butt heads with people. You're going to have to bring that WTF factor to the way that you roll and the way that you live life, right? The other one is the I don't have time mentality, right? And that comes from not being committed, right? So if you need a WTF leader in your life, give David a call. He'll be there for you, right?
Give me a call. We'll make time. That's the thing.
We'll make time,
gotta
right?
Make time, yeah.
But
you can always make time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, you can.
So think about that as you go through your day. Where in your life do you need to have a collusion to make magic happen, and where in your life are you crying about not having time because you lack the commitment to whatever it is that you're doing, right? Hey, listen, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know that it's about 16 minutes longer than what it normally is, but that is okay. Things happen.
Go with it.
Life happens. We're going to go with it, right? We're going to go get some more chanate. That's what we call it. He knows what I'm talking about.
I could go, yeah. That's a dual word, right?
That is, it is, right? So, hey, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you want to be part of the show, we do this every other Wednesday. If you want to be a guest here on the show, let us know. Reach out to Amber Ortega. And how can they find you, Amber?
Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. Find me. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere.
Hashtag Amber.
Yeah.
Yes. Hashtag Amber. You'll find her. But what she's really, really proud of is her MySpace page.
I used to work for MySpace. Remember that?
That's right. You did.
I did work for
Yeah.
MySpace. Yeah.
How about that?
I think you're going to start MySpace back up.
We always joke about it, but and
Yeah.
that's exactly
Hey.
where we leave it. We'll leave it as a joke. But hey, thank you for being here with us today. We
Thank
certainly
you.
appreciate you, and
you.
looking forward to building a solid relationship with you.
Thank you.
And Gonzo, thank you, brother. Thank you for the chanate.
Cheers.
All right, friends, we will see you guys